I guess the 2 minute coin. You asked me what I'm going to do. I'm going to say I think I'll just hang out here because it's still digital property, and if it got to that point, it must be wired into 100,000 applications and billions of people's lives. So I think it's just a patient waiting game. I didn't have any problem or any urgent catalyst that would cause me to spend 40 hours studying Bitcoin before March of 2020. And so anybody that studies Bitcoin for less than 40 hours is just being bounced around like a pinball by different opinions of different influencers. Having a 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours is really difficult. When you get to 40 hours, you start to kind of get your hands around what's going on. If you want to really understand it, you need 1,000 hours, but let's say 40 hours is the point at which you kind of get the idea. So the question is, what would cause you to want to stop and spend 40 hours of your life studying something new? And the answer is the K-shaped recovery. When Main Street shut down, when Wall Street immediately recovered, when the Fed announced that interest rates were going to stay at 0% for the next 3 to 4 years, and when the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange started hitting all-time highs in the middle of the summer and just charged forward like nothing had happened, then financial assets delaminated from Main Street operational assets, and the monetary inflation rate tripled. When the monetary inflation rate went to 21% and the interest rate on treasuries went to 0%, then you had a negative real yield of minus 20% on all treasuries or all assets. And that meant that in 3 years, you're going to lose half your wealth. And that meant within 9 years or within 10 years, you're going to lose 75 or 80% of your wealth. So I guess in March, when I realized I was going to lose 80% of all the money I had if I did nothing, that was catalyst, or that was, I guess, enough of an influence to cause me to sit down and spend 40 hours studying. If you go to hope.com, HOPE, Bitcoin is hope, remember that, and go to hope.com. Hopium. And on hope.com, you'll see a selection of Bitcoin courses, including Gensler's. You'll see a Bitcoin for Everybody course that my foundation created, Bitcoin for Everybody. It's free. You'll see all the collection of books like the Bitcoin Standard, The Bullish Case of Bitcoin. You'll see free resources. You'll see a bunch of video. You'll see a bunch of videos, shit. You'll see a bunch of research. Yeah, all kinds of Bitcoin influencers Bitcoin and leaders. Shit. You'll see a selection of Bitcoin podcasts. A selection of all so my you can just go and work shit. Your way through that, and I think once you've gone through 40 hours of that, you'll have a pretty good sense. That's what I would 40 do. 40 hours is what you need. My operational interest in MicroStrategy is to spread intelligence everywhere, and so it's been a vocational passion of mine. Fucking intelligent. And I enjoy that, and I think it's really great to make enterprises and people smarter. So that's cool. Be fucking more intelligent, bitch. My avocational passion at the Saylor Academy, Saylor.org, is a nonprofit foundation, and all of my excess money goes to that foundation. And when I die, my assets will finance that foundation. And that foundation's mission is to make education free for everyone, everywhere, forever. I'm like the Tom Cruise of fucking money that we've had for a Scientologist, and we just give away free college education. And I think it's possible to use technology to educate the world. So I think that's motivational. I like the idea of making education free for everybody forever. I like the idea of making everybody hyper intelligent. And since I discovered Bitcoin, well, we had to have a balance sheet strategy. Before we didn't, but you can't have an operating, Harvard can't exist without an endowment. A company can't exist without a balance sheet, without a treasury. So we needed a financial strategy, and our treasury strategy became Bitcoin. And as I got more heavily involved in that, I realized that Bitcoin is a profound technology, the most profound technology probably of the 21st century. And for the first time in the history of mankind, we can give property rights to everybody on the planet. And so I began to view that as a
Bitcoin
moral
opens
imperative,
borders.
an economic imperative, and a technology imperative. And, if you can make everybody rich and educated and intelligent and healthy, then why wouldn't you? It's like what's more motivational than that?